Success! Maybe. After taking on a small gang of skeleton zombies, a secret door to the alchemist's lab appeared. Unfortunately, the fate of the alchemist was confirmed when they were attacked by his remains, complete with acid that caused significant damage to Enya's armor. With teamwork, though, the alchemist, or what remained of him, was defeated and he disappeared into a pile of dust. Upon entering the lab, it appeared that they had literally struck gold. Several gold items were mixed in with the lab equipment, along with some books including what appeared to be the spell book that Keledek had asked for. Packing up their loot in their handy new bag of holding, the group quickly left the mansion and went back to town. After a meal and a drink, their first stop, Keledek's tower. The wizard was surprised to see the quartet return so soon, but was nevertheless pleased to hear that they acquired what he was looking for. After inspecting their loot, their hearts fell when Keledek burst into laughter. In his opinion, the so-called alchemist was nothing but a big phony. Thankfully, all was not lost, as Keledek still offered to pay them for their finds, even if the gold wasn't as valuable as originally thought. Even better was the higher sum the wizard paid out after some persuasion on Finnea's part. After departing the wizard's tower, the group took advantage of it still being early in the day to sell off the rest of their loot and getting Enya some new armor, as hers was a lost cause due to the alchemist's acid attacks. Their bag of holding lighter and their coin purses heavier, the adventure had already paid off quite handsomely. However, they knew that they hadn't completely accomplished their hired task, and that meant going back to the mansion.
Remind me where we left off exactly.
We
sold a bunch of stuff.
And we took a long rest at wherever we.
The Mariners Guild Hall.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I think the time was to go
Because
back.
we were worse for wear.
Yeah, we were out of
Spell slots.
spell slots, hit points, all the good stuff. So it's like, let's.
Brittany had been dipped in acid.
Yeah,
essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So she needed some new armor, so.
Right, yes. Okay.
So I guess what our decision is, do we go back to the house?
Well, out of character, I definitely would. Like, I'm definitely a person that like has to search everything before I'm done with a certain area.
Yeah,
But
we know it's occupied.
Yeah. We still got how many more spies and head honcho that we
There were
stole
10 beds.
Yeah.
Plus the head honchos, and we only got rid of 3, so.
Yeah.
And not to mention we nabbed the head honcho's magic spellbook. So he or she might not be too happy with that.
Yeah. We don't have it anymore, though, so.
No, yeah.
I was gonna say, like we could say
If they want it back,
yeah,
they're gonna have to go speak to the wizard.
We can play dumb and say
It is no longer our problem.
What spellbook?
Like, book? What book? Coat? I am no coat.
Yeah. We know nothing.
No, sir, I did not see you reading your erotic poetry again.
Yeah.
No, sir, I did not see you playing with your dolls again.
No, and what skeleton zombies we talking about? Not a clue. Nope.
Yeah. Well, and we were sent there
True.
to see if the place was haunted
Yeah. Quotation marks.
Yeah.
Haunted.
Although he did want you to explore the whole thing, so
Yeah.
True.
So it's
I
like
mean, yeah, there's stuff,
odd-
there's more stuff we need to find.
I have a feeling that if we went back to Mr. Prime Water and told him that, well, it's not technically haunted, but we do think there's smugglers, he'd probably want us to just go and take care of him anyway. So
yeah.
Let's go finish the job.
yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like
and tell him
something he
after the
wouldn't want to
fact.
get his hands messy with.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
I figure we'll get more money if we finish than if we
Mhm.
are just like, well, we found out it wasn't haunted.
Yeah.
But it is
And we can
occupied.
Yes.
Yes.
And we can just add it on to the expenses.
All yours.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like, why don't you take care of it? I'll make it worth your while.
Yep. So
Mm-hmm.
let's be
I know how these
proactive about
bureaucrats
this.
are.
Let's be
Mhm.
proactive about this. We can charge him more.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Expense account. He has a tab.
Yeah.
We'll just and if he gets up in arms about it, we'll just say, well, we figured that you'd want us to take care of it, and we were going to charge you more for it anyway if you asked. So we just saved us the trouble and just pay us, and we'll be on our way.
all right.
We'll
So
figure
is there
out
anything
numbers
else you want to
later.
do in town before you head out again?
I'm good.
Let's see. So
Done everything I need to do.
same here.
Got
'cause
my
we
new
got-
Omo. I'm fine.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
And yeah, this time try to stay out of acid splash range.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
I'm
all
gonna try.
but
we took care of the zombie alchemist, so
we did.
Yeah.
Your stuff's repaired. You're feeling pretty good. You're headed back up to the building. Luckily for you, it's not particularly far of a walk. About an hour, as you've already discovered. It's a nice day, nice and bright, not much cloud cover, and the path is, well established, if not well traveled. Now, you get about halfway there when you think you hear something off in the distance, but you're not sure. So where you stop and pause and take a look around. You don't see anything immediately. What do you do?
Should we do perception checks?
That's what I'm wondering.
So you're gonna look around a little more
yeah.
I believe
in
so.
depth. All right, give me your checks. Okay. So Leia realizes she sees something off in the distance, behind one of the trees. It's a little glint of metal.
Okay. I see something shiny. I'm not exactly sure what it could be. What do you say? We move closer or do we move on?
Well, the point is moot, because just as you notice it, start pointing it out, an arrow flies over your head.
Yikes!
Okay. Are we rolling initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The good news is they didn't quite manage to achieve an ambush on you.
Oh, where's our token?
Where's our token?
Yeah, I'm getting the
Sorry.
stuff set up.
Okay.
Okay, let's move you over. Dead space here. I had to add a new map for this. Because the adventure isn't really designed for you to leave and come back. Which is fine. I'm totally willing to adjust, but I had to add some stuff
In the meantime, this is the hold music. Do. Hold music.
Well, this is why you have edit buttons and so on. Okay, you should see a forest path.
Yes.
All right, some trees around.
There are trees.
Okay, we're gonna call. Right now you only know about the one archer. one over here on the right. That's the one you
Mhm.
saw.
Uh-huh.
Okay, out of character comment here, real quick, as we're setting up. This is relevant to a thought I had the other day. Is the downside to playing this on this platform? Is if you get a bad roll, you don't have any dice to put in dice jail.
That's true.
That's the
That
other
is very-
downside.
Yes. At this point, I would be chucking my dice across the room and saying, "You're banished."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
you
Two
didn't
days.
all roll terribly.
I
Just
did.
most of you.
One
All right, so
terrible,
instead you-
one was mediumistic, yes. The other two were decent.
Yep.
We may have to get some surrogate dice to like
Yeah.
just
Maybe I'll
have.
grab Alex's plushy dice and throw that one around in proxy.
Yeah.
There
I
you
won't-
go.
Yep.
And I won't feel so bad.
Well, so Leia notices someone off in this tree over here just in time to shout a warning as an arrow is loosed. Before you can really react to that, another archer you had not seen farther back fires 2 arrows at Finnea, and they
Woof.
both hit.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Take
crap.
11 points of damage as 2 arrows
Ouch.
hit you. One's a fairly grazing shot across the arm. The other, however, hits you in the mid-leg and sticks.
Great.
Ouch.
Well, I'm not dead, but I'm not loving life.
No.
She is not dead yet.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Person in question then moves deeper into the bushes, tries to hide again. Okay. Leia, it is your turn.
Okay.
There are 2 targets you can see.
Okay.
There's
That
an
would be
archer in this tree over here, and an archer in
Right.
this bush over here.
Okay.
To your left and right.
Okay. Let's see. How far can I move forward?
Generally 30 feet, so 6 squares.
Oh.
So about to there. Yep.
Okay. That's as far as I can go. And do I have any spell slots left? Or am
Well,
I
yeah, it's the next day, so you have everything ready to go.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why we took a long rest so we get our
Gotcha.
spells back.
So I am going to go ahead and swing my vicious mockery to try to rattle some of the archers.
You hurl your insults laced with magic at them, and the archer does not seem to really notice.
Crap.
Enya, it is your turn.
I'm going to.
Okay. I can hear talking, but I cannot. It's like barely audible.
Is this better?
It's a little better, yeah.
How about now?
That's
It's a
better.
lot better. Much better.
Okay. Sorry about that. Weird situation. Okay. Gonna use my longbow on the blue one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Ooh.
That is going to miss. Alright, a
Really?
third. Yep. A third archer you had not seen farther back still is going to shoot her bow at Leia,
Oh,
since
crud.
she's now closest.
Fuck!
However,
And I don't mean quack.
no. Well, in this case, it's all good. The arrows, one whistles past your ear, other shatters at your feet, but neither connects. They both miss you.
Nice. I will save comments.
Yep.
Do not
all
want to
right.
taunt.
Yep. Well, now it's up to Betty to do something.
Come on, Betty.
Okay, so let's see. I need to move a little closer.
Like we should have a theme song for Black Betty.
3, 4.
Something like, let's think. Rogue, stabby.
Steady.
Whoa, Black Betty, stab man. Something like that. Black Betty,
Stick 'em
Black
with the
Betty,
pointy
stab a
end.
man. Like that.
Alright, so.
There's your earworm for the evening.
Mhm.
And yes, now is a great time to stab a man. Although technically they're all ladies that you've seen so far.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to get that close.
Well, you have a bow. That's the whole
Yes.
point of bow. I want to stab a
Remember-
guy, but he's way over there.
Yeah.
You can still stab with
Yeah.
the arrows are sharp. It's still
Yeah.
stabbing.
It's got a pointy.
It's still pointy.
Yes, there's a pointy end.
Totally.
Stick them with a pointy
Yeah,
end.
see, you have just explained the invention of the bow and arrow. Unfortunately, with a roll like that, you are not going to hit.
Oh, good.
Okay, the dice do not like you guys tonight.
Apparently
No,
not.
we're gonna have a long night here.
Dice
'Kay.
still, I'm thinking.
Well, with your miss, the one you saw first is going to attack.
Crud.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Oh,
Ooh.
That was a double crit.
yeah.
Woof.
Owie. Oh. Big shame, owie.
Now, the only good news here is that
Yeah.
this particular archer is overconfident and split her targets.
Ah,
So that's 7 damage to Betty.
okay.
An arrow hitting you soundly in the shoulder, and 14 damage to Leia.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Yikes.
that really hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that shoulder.
I hope so.
I'm pretty attached to it.
Literally even.
Yes.
I'm not feeling so hot.
All right, Finnea, it is your
Okay,
turn.
So,
There are 3 targets you can see, and
Alright.
you're all hurting.
okay, so I could sacred flame the one that just crit my friends. But who's hurt worse? Who needs the bonus action healing word?
Why?
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move up, so I'm
Well,
in range.
You're
Or-
actually in range of all of them right now.
Oh, okay. So wait.
No one is farther than 60 feet from you.
Okay, which one hit Leia and Betty?
The one on the right.
The orange one. Okay.
The
So I'm going
orange.
gonna sacred flame that one.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, she tries to dodge and just managed to get herself farther under the holy beam of purifying fire. And that hurt her quite a bit.
Good.
Yay. Good.
You
Finally.
deserve it. Okay, and then Leia, I am going to use healing word for you.
Bless you.
Okay, 6 points of healing.
Oh, healing.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
So that is my turn.
Yep. And now the 4th archer you had not seen yet is going to attack.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's another crit.
Oh my
Crap.
gosh! Seriously?
Why?
The 4th the 4th row of that misses. So it's just one more hit. But yeah, that one's right to the gut. That really hurt.
So
But
much for
luckily-
Something to tick Procan off. I mean, I know we're not on the water here, but
You're next to the water. You're
Yeah.
still on a coastal path.
Places to broken. What's the matter here?
Well, on the upside, since Finnea healed Leia is not unconscious.
True.
She just has, 1 hit point left.
Tis but a flesh wound.
All right. Well, that, I believe, was the end of the first 6 seconds of fighting.
Lovely.
So now we're back around to the top, and one of the scouts goes again.
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah, the first one's gonna hit. The second one is going to miss.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
Are we
Yikes.
okay? So much for going back to town for a long rest. Good grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dice do not like you today.
No. Ooh.
What happened?
No, it's just the random number deity is just really angry at you guys. I mean, I got 3 crits in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we need to sacrifice something? Someone?
Well, if this were a Larry Correa book, we could pull out a chicken and throw it into the helicopter rotor, but we're kind of short on chickens and helicopters, so.
Yeah.
All right, but Leia, it is your turn.
Okay, to help myself, I'm going to do Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And level 1, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Slightly better.
That's your action. Are you going to move anywhere?
I am going to move back a little bit behind Blackwater Betty, become less of a target.
I'm the
Alright.
short one, remember? Are you
Yeah,
gonna crouch?
you
Are you gonna get on your knees and get behind me?
I will crouch at the target.
All right, well, Enya, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move up closer,
Okay.
right here, and I think I'm gonna take this turn and help out. See if I can give her a little bit more hit points.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See what this does.
I will take it.
All right. And with that, Leia is actually almost fully healed.
Yes. Yay. Woohoo.
Okay.
Team.
It's my turn again. Second archer.
Oh, crud.
Well, that's better.
Yep.
Better. Yeah.
2 arrows fly past Blackwater Betty's head and then past Leia's midsection. But they hit nothing.
Yay.
That Betty is on deck.
Yay. Okay, so...
Looks like you need to thin the herd out some.
Yeah.
Don't forget, as a rogue, you have your bonus action that you can hide, disengage, or move again. And there are bushes and such around you.
Right.
So you could try, say, moving into a bush, hiding, and then getting a sneak attack in with your bow.
That sounds like a good plan. So, let's see. If I go to... What would be a good strategic spot? Like over here? To the left?
Well, there are bushes to your left and to your right off the path, so
Yeah.
either of those is big enough to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I go over here, thereabouts. Nestle in between some shrubbery here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'd probably need to be in the shrub to get enough cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
right.
shrubbery!
So go ahead and give me your stealth check first.
Okay.
Let's see how well you try and hide. Okay,
Nice.
14. All right, that's not so bad. Okay, who are you going to target? Only one of them has been hit at all.
Yeah. I guess I'll go after her then.
All right, let's see what you can do with sneak attack and advantage. Ambush them for once.
That'd be nice.
Ooh,
There you go.
nice.
Okay. So you rush over into the bush, you duck down, move out about a bit, and then definitely fire an arrow where they can't see you. And yeah, you got her straight in the heart.
Yay! Take that.
Woo!
That scout slumps over to the ground, and you see a, bread spreading across the front
Take
of
that,
her
Bon
armor.
Jovi.
Nice.
Okay, Finnea, it is your turn.
Okay. So I was gonna ask Betty, how is your healing? How are your hit points?
Good question.
Well, it's higher than 1.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I just because I need healing, but I need to make sure if someone else needs it.
Where am I? What am I at?
The answer you're looking for is 2.
Two.
Two.
Oh.
2 hit
Ew.
points.
Okay. Well, I will Sacred Flame Am I in range of the green one?
Pretty sure you're in range of any of them.
Okay, well, I will
Yeah.
Sacred Flame the green one.
Okay.
About 60 feet away, it says.
Yep.
Sacred Flame. Oh, well.
And it doesn't hit.
Okay,
Yikes.
well, I was going to do Healing Word for Betty.
All right.
Get 7 points back. So it's not the turn isn't a total loss, but
Yeah, that's actually the highest you could have healed with it. So
oh well, good.
at least that dice likes you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can help my teammates out.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, Enya is the most obvious target right now, with Betty being in the bush. Luckily, this particular archer only hit one attack. Unluckily, it does 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
And it's still my turn again.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Oh no!
Come on.
Well, let's see.
I'm scared.
8 points of damage.
Ouch.
Uh.
Well, there's that number 2 again.
Yes.
Yep.
No.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see.
Where are all those healing potions that we picked up? Aren't they in the bag of holding?
Yeah. Can
That's a
we
Possibly.
very good question.
question?
I'm gonna have to toss them to you, aren't I?
Yep. Well, in any case, it is Leia's turn.
Okay, now what is Dissonant Whisper? Refresh my memory out of character.
Okay, so basically you invade their mind with creepy whispers of dread, and they run away screaming if they fail their saving throw.
Well, I'm going to try that just for the heck of it and see what happens.
Okay, which one are you targeting?
Let's
Closest,
see.
medium, or the farthest?
Probably the closest.
All right. The archer there clutches her head, screams, and starts running away.
Yay!
Good.
And yeah, it is your turn.
Can I use Cure Wounds myself, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm doing that.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better than 2.
Quite. Okay, are you going to move at all?
Since I'm an elf, I can try to hide in the shrubbery, right?
Yes, you have an easier time hiding in natural terrain. However, since you've already used your action, this turn you could get ready to hide, but you're not be able to hide just yet.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna stay where I am for now then.
Okay.
Oh.
Although the shrubbery and trees can help you and give you some cover, like if you interpose the trunk between you and the archers. But either way. Okay, it is my turn again.
Ugh,
Uh,
it should have moved.
Well, the good news is the second attack does actually miss.
uh-huh.
They were splitting their attacks between Enya and Leia. Enya gets hit once, takes 6 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yep. Alright, Betty, it is your turn.
Stabby, stabby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Okay, so remember, since you attacked from your current position, they
Yeah.
know where you are again.
Right,
The attack ended your stealth.
right. But I can still see and aim for the green one from where I am, all right?
Yeah.
As far as vantage
I mean,
point.
you could move, hide, and then attack again. You got lots of options. Because you have a much easier time of hiding than anybody else because you're trained as a rogue.
Yeah. So I am going to move over here.
Okay, so you dash forward to a different bush.
Yep. And then I will go
Nice.
Now, were you going to try and hide first?
Oh,
You gotta roll your stealth.
oh, that was a good roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to tempt the fates with
Yeah.
Well, no, I still need to see your stealth roll to know if you have advantage
darn.
or not.
Okay.
Crud.
Come
Let's see
on,
your stealth roll.
advantage. Please,
Come on,
please, please.
advantage.
Okay. All right. And so that'll be 7 points damage from the attack. I do need your sneak attack, though. Since you crit, that will be 2d6.
Do I actually need to do the short bow again, or can I just click on the sneak attack?
Well, the sneak attack, you would need to click before you roll.
Right.
So now you'll just need to roll the dice manually.
Okay.
So, yeah, slash
Okay, so
R space
R.
2d6.
2d6.
All right. And that is enough. With the critical attack, you drill a hole straight through her forehead.
Nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that was a total of 16 points in a single attack.
Nice. Nice shooting.
All right.
Praise Brooklyn.
Finnea, it is your turn.
All right.
Okay, so there are still 2 attackers up. One in this tree here who has not been touched, and then the one farther back who was running away, clutching her head.
Okay. Now, if I just out of curiosity, if I attack the one who's running away, does that negate the effect at all? Or?
No. In this case, Dissonant Whispers, they only move the once. After that,
Okay.
the spell is over and they can act normally again.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to attack anyway. I just wanted to know for sure. But I'm
Okay.
actually going to move. Well, okay. Enya, how's your healing? How's
I'm
it?
at 6 hit points.
Okay. I'm at
Yep.
10.
And you
All
only
right.
have 1 spell left.
I do.
You've got the bag of holding,
That is true. I have the bag of holding.
Do you have?
and we've got 4 health potions.
Okay. So
But there are only 2 attackers left.
Because if I walk up to Enya and Leia and hand them both a
I'm
potion,
okay. Because I'm at
Okay.
what?
yeah. Well, I still need to walk up to Enya. That's my action, isn't it?
Well, okay, holding out potions and giving people, yes, that would definitely be your action.
Okay. Well, I'll do that because Enya needs some help. I'm gonna just move up a scoosh and hand Enya one of the healing potions.
Alright.
Hopefully, she can use it on her
Thank you.
next turn because I'm like,
Okay.
I'm running out of spells.
Yep. So the injured archer who was running away stops, shakes her head, and readies her bow.
Great.
First attack is going to be at Betty, who is the closest. And I crit again.
Ah!
And Betty is down
Oh no.
by 1 point.
Thankfully, I'm sure I don't know how far to fall.
Right, that's her first attack. Second attack is going to target Enya, who is the next
Uh-oh.
closest. Not a crit this time, but a very solid hit.
Oh no!
Enya is
No.
down.
No!
Now it's the other scout's turn.
Uh,
Well, she's seeing Finnea pass out potions and stuff. So first attack there will miss. Goes long over your head. Second
Good.
attack also misses. Okay, Leia, it is your turn. There are still 2
Oh.
combatants up. One is hurt pretty badly and dropping your friends left and right.
Okay.
The other has not been touched.
Okay. How many spell slots do I have left?
Let's see. You've only cast 1, Dissonant Whispers, because Vicious Mockery is a cantrip. So you still have 2 spell slots left.
Okay. I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers to the one that's really causing problems.
That's the one in the back. All right.
Right.
Well, that's good, because even if you miss, she'll still take damage. And you don't miss. Let's... Okay, just waiting on your damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do I need to hit? I'm sorry.
Same thing you did last time. The actual attack, dissonant whispers on your sheet.
Oops, I'm sorry. There we go. Jared, is there a way that you could do that for me yourself? Because I might have to restart my computer.
Okay.
I'm going to have to do that because it's not
All right. Well,
liking it for me.
my character totally failed her save, and so takes the full 3d6 psychic damage. This time she drops her bow, grabs her head with both hands, and then just collapses. So that's the good news. 3 of the bad guys are dead. The bad news is 2 of you guys are down,
Yeah.
and Finnea is not feeling so great. All right, Enya, I need you to make a death saving throw.
There it is. Click that.
Yep, just like that. You are not doing so great. Betty, same thing.
Oy.
That's a failure.
Yeah, that's 1 failure for you.
So click on death save. So.
Yep. And a failure for you.
Ugh.
You are slipping closer to death.
What is this?
Okay.
All right, Finnea, it is your turn. There is only 1 target left, but they are really hurting you with those arrows.
Okay. Well, I guess we're in a bad way, so I'm going to try using guiding bolt.
All right.
And hope it goes, because that's my last spell slot.
Yep.
Hold on. 1 level 1. Come on. Did it work?
Well, you tell me. You sitting there watching the archer. The bolt of blinding, magical, radiant power goes through, and her head seems to have disappeared. kind of gone.
I blowed up her head.
Yeah, that was enough
Nice.
by itself to kill the last archer.
Whew, okay. And I'm out of spell slots.
'Kay.
But that was worth it.
Yes, because now there's no one attacking you. But real quick, Finnea, give me 2 medicine checks.
Oh, crap.
Ugh.
Medicine. 1 and 2.
Okay. So you are able to stabilize your friends so they are no longer dying. They're not, however, conscious, however.
All right, well,
You're not in immediate danger, so...
well,
I
Yay-ish?
think between you, you have 1 spell left.
I'm not a life cleric,
Nope.
so we're gonna have to go. Maybe we need to go back to town and find some help here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very unlucky fight for you.
Mm-hmm.
That
How
was just
did we
rude.
have more ease with skeletons than we did with?
Because they're skeletons.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
point.
these guys, these archers, ambushed us. Now, do we have time to look at the bodies and see if we can find out who these people are?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fight's over. They're all dead. Assuming there's no one nearby, which is an assumption.
Well,
But they haven't
yeah,
shown themselves
yeah.
yet. You have time to go get the bodies, especially because you're going to need a bit before Betty and Enya can wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the 2 of you can carry both of them.
Yeah.
Well, Betty, sure, but...
You can carry Betty.
Yeah.
Betty, I
Betty,
could put
yeah.
in my pocket, probably.
All right, so you search the bodies. It's a bit of a grisly affair. They've all bled over everything. Turn their pockets out, look around, and honestly, you don't find anything. I mean, they have armor, they have bows, they have arrows, they have some short swords they never drew.
So
Don't
they have
see-
no identifying, they're part of a faction. They're not
Yeah.
maybe part of the smugglers or something.
That would be the obvious assumption.
Well, yes, that's
And
what
they
I'm
d-
trying to find out.
Well,
but if it's not
Give me a perception check. Let's see.
okay. Seriously, I've been trained in perception.
Well, luckily this is fairly obvious. Like I said, their pockets are empty. All they have on them is their armor, their clothes, and their weapons. Everything else they apparently left behind.
Hmm.
They don't even have a pouch on them.
So no money?
Nope, no money on them.
cheap.
But they do smell of the sea. So you are pretty sure. Oh, and their armor is more or less of the same style as the other smugglers you fought.
So are we are fairly certain these guys are these archers are from the smugglers?
Yep,
So
but
that's
you can't be
4 more
positive
down.
because
So that's 7 of approximately 11 in theory.
Problem is we don't know how many there were to begin with. So, you know.
Okay. So 2 of the armors are salvageable. The other 2 are not. Between them, you find 70 arrows, the 4 longbows, 4 short swords, and 2 armor.
Okay. Well, I figure the arrows are good for longbows. So who of our number uses longbows?
Well,
and somebody.
Longbows or short bows, and that'd be
Or-
Betty and Enya.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
The-
when we
the one
when
who unconscious.
we revive you 2, you guys can split those. But
Yep.
let's.
All right. Now, the good news is, with that extra fight in, you actually are now to the point of leveling up.
Okay.
The bad news is you're gonna have to go back to town, and basically today is a wash. The dice just hated
Yeah.
you. That
Yeah.
fight took everything you had and nearly killed you all.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not complaining.
No.
yeah. So
And you're one of the
assuming
ones that's unconscious.
That's why I'm not complaining.
I was gonna say that.
assuming those bad guys were sent by the smugglers, they may have failed to kill you, but now the smugglers have another day to prepare or do whatever it is they were doing.
Well, I mean, what choice do we have? We're down.
Honestly, not really. I mean, even if you use all your potions, that wouldn't be enough right
All
now.
right, back to town,
Okay,
folks.
but we're
Yeah.
gonna need to level you all up.
Okay.
Probably want to edit this part out of the.
Yeah, and Jared,
Stream,
I'm still having issues, so you're going to have to do mine. I actually had to reset the physical phone line portion of my,
Okay.
and I'm still waiting for it to reboot.
Well, he's having the best luck of all of us, so who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
this
Yeah,
might be a
maybe
good thing.
have him roll your
All right. We'll
hit
start with
points and stuff.
you then.
Okay.
Level 3. Oh, and the good news: when you get back to town, you get word that your wolf is feeling better. Finally ready to come with you.
Good.
Okay.
We missed Wolfie. We need Wolfie.
I guess definitely. Like Enya is just gonna be so happy when she
Okay.
wakes up.
All right. So, who did I start with? Leia, level
Mhm.
3 bard.
Yes.
Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colleges that you can belong to.
Okay.
College of Whispers is kind of about sneaky stuff, and they can like make psychic blades and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
College of Valor is better with weapons and armor and all of that. They're better balance between offense and magic.
Okay.
College of Swords, I don't honestly know much about. They're kind of like Valor, but more
Okay.
focused on flashy stuff.
Okay.
College of Lore is, what it sounds like.
Mhm.
More knowledge stuff and more magic. They
Right.
get extra spells that other bards don't.
Okay.
And finally, the College of Glamour is kind of like... Well, actually, here's the way I'd put it. You know the whole bit in Lord of the Rings, all shall love me in despair?
Mm-hmm.
It's that.
Okay.
It is like being able to magically make yourself more beautiful and terrible and, inspire your allies and fear your enemies.
Okay.
Now, the Glamour one is one of my favorites. They have an ability where, how you have your Bardic Inspiration, where you can use it to give an ally a boost on a roll?
Mm-hmm.
The Glamour one literally makes themselves prettier for a moment, and that inspires all of their allies, and they get temporary hit points. So basically, it's like a buffer zone on your hit points, and it's, I think, 5 per ally at first.
Nice.
So that one actually is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And I pick one, correct?
Yes.
Why don't we do glamour?
All right, so like I said, I could mental inspiration and enthralling performance. Okay. Now, as a 3rd level bard, you also get expertise. That's something the rogue gets at level 1. Basically, you pick 2 of your skills to be better at. And so your proficiency bonus is doubled.
Okay.
So your choices are acrobatics, stealth, history, perception, or deception.
Stealth, and one more.
Yeah.
Perception.
And perception. All right, those two both went up by 1. Enthralling performance. So just reading through this, you can charge your performance with sedative fey magic. If you perform for at least a minute, you can attempt to inspire wonder in your audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing, or stuff like that. At the end of the performance, choose a number of humanoids within 60 feet of you who watch the whole thing, up to your charisma modifier. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell, or be charmed by you. While charmed, they idolize you, speaks glowingly of you to anyone who talks to it, and it hinders anyone who opposes you, although they avoid violence.
Okay.
It ends after an hour if they take damage or if you attack them, or if they witness you attacking any of its allies. And if they succeed on their saving throw, they have no idea you tried to charm them.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, you can make a performance so magical they literally can't look away and are just, enthralled. And then Mantle of Inspiration. The bonus action, you can use your Bardic Inspiration to give Charisma modifier allies 5 temporary hit points. And they can immediately use their reaction to move their speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So, with one bonus action from you, everyone gets temporary hit points, and they can move if they want. So that's pretty powerful.
Okay.
Oh, and those temporary hit points stick around until you get the temporary hit points, or you they get used up.
Okay.
Okay, now you get one more spell.
Okay.
Of 2nd level. Okay, options. So Animal Messenger, that's what it sounds like. Blindness or deafness, sadly not as useful as it sounds because it doesn't last very long. Calm emotions, which is better than it sounds because you can also use that to, if your allies are afraid or charmed, you can use that to end at least temporarily suppress the effect on them.
Okay.
Cloud of Daggers creates a magic spinning area of blades. It's like a 1 square. Crown of Madness kind of basically, it just, keeps enemies from doing stuff because it makes them kind of crazy for a bit. Hi, Alex. What are you up to? Detect thoughts pretty much does what it says.
Okay.
Enhance ability is sadly not as useful as it used to be because it doesn't affect your attack rolls, just your skill checks.
Okay.
Which can also be useful, but Enthrall. Let's see. I haven't looked at that one in a while. It's basically a charm effect. So it's kind of like your performance.
Okay.
Basically, you make it so they can't see anyone but you.
Okay.
Heat metal is, straight up, you turn their armor into a red hot mess or their weapon. And they have to make a saving throw to avoid dropping it. And even if they do make that saving throw, they still have a disadvantage to attack. Okay. And of course, if you use it on their armor, they can't take it off because that takes minutes. So that's a fun one, but it only works if they have metal.
Okay.
Old Person is a paralyzed effect, but only works on humanoids. Invisibility is what it sounds like, but you can't attack or use spells. That'll end the effect.
Okay.
Knock unlocks things.
Okay.
Lesser Restoration, it like cures disease and poison and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or being paralyzed. Magic Mouth is what the other wizard used on the staircase and stuff.
Okay.
Basically, you put a trigger on it. When that happens, the sounds happen.
Okay.
Phantasmal Force is kind of like you convince one person something that in their mind is real to the point where they actually can take damage from the illusion.
Ooh.
But it's only, let's see, where's the damage? Each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
So it's not a ton of damage, but it can actually hurt them.
Right.
You could also, it all depends on your imagination.
Right.
let's see. And so, like, as an example they give, if you use it on someone, it made them think there's a bridge across this chasm. If they walk onto the bridge and fall, they will rationalize it that they fell off the bridge, not that there was no bridge.
Huh. Okay.
But again, pyrotechnics is, skywriting. It's if you only get one choice, I'm going to go with that. See invisibility is what it sounds like.
Right.
Shatter is a 10-foot radius sphere of just painfully loud sound that does 3d8 thunder damage and will actually break objects inside that area.
Nice.
Silence is also what it sounds like. An area of absolute silence with no sounds that makes spellcasting where you need to speak impossible.
Okay.
Skywrite is what it sounds like.
Surrender Dorothy.
Yes. Suggestion would be like, you want to, if you're fighting a paladin, for example, holy knight, it's like, you want to go give your horse to the first beggar you see. And if they fail their save, they'll go do that. It has to be
Jedi mind trick.
Yes, it has to sound reasonable. You can't say you want to go run into that spike or run off a cliff.
Right. Yeah.
It can't be obviously harmful.
These are not the droids
You're looking for.
Yeah. Now, do keep in mind that was totally a use you could use of it, but that would be a little less useful because once the effect ends, if they're still in your immediate area, you haven't really gained anything.
Right.
And this one can last up to 8 hours.
Ooh.
Okay. Warding wind, I forget what that one does. Oh, basically it's such a loud wind, it deafens you and everyone else in the area, puts out fires, pushes away vapor, gas, and fog, and so on.
Wow.
So it's a really powerful wind that messes everything. And Zone of Truth is what it sounds like. So if you're not sure, okay, invisibility is always a good choice. Person's always a good choice. Heat metal.
Yep.
Lesser restoration is a good choice, but Chrissy can probably get that one, so I wouldn't worry about that so much.
Right.
Silence is surprisingly useful, although it makes it a little harder for you to cast spells.
Right.
Suggestion is amazingly powerful if you know what to do with it, and Phantasmal Force is very useful. There's not that many bad options here.
Right.
But you only get to pick one. Just one.
Boy. Why don't we go ahead and do the invisibility?
Okay. That is, of course, a solid choice. All right. So let me double check your hit points.
Yeah, I think I'm at 9. I have 19.
So you should have 26 hit points now total.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, let me double check how that's figuring that. Okay. Concentration's 10. Go ahead and give roll a d8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, 26 is pretty well standard because
level
1 you get 10, but level 2 and 3 you have to roll, and so you generally only get 8. And so 8 and 8 and 10 is 26.
Yeah, I think there's a complete internet power outage in my neck of the woods here.
Oh
no!
Yeah, because I kind of did a search on my phone using Wi-Fi. Is internet down? And it looks like I'm glad mine lasted as long as it did.
Yeah. Oof, and it's some of the babies having problems too.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess the one bit of good news is if this one doesn't work so well, we can get everybody to level 3 and start there next time, and you don't really need to mention this fight as it's just kind of a fight in between,
Like filler episode.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay, so you're good to go. Who wants to go next? Oh, let me go back to.
I go next.
I'm gonna hang around and listen to all the cool stuff.
Okay, I heard someone say I'm going next, but I didn't catch who was speaking.
Me, Rachel.
Rachel.
Okay. Okay, Rachel. So Betty. Now. Okay, so a rogue. Now, level 3. Okay, you get to pick so your sneak attack goes up. It's now 2d6 instead of 1.
Woohoo.
And you get to pick an archetype. There are a lot of them for the rogue.
Mm.
The arcane trickster is a rogue with a little bit of magic. So they can learn a few wizard spells. And the big one they get is Mage Hand with a bit better range. And the hand itself is invisible. So you can pick locks at a distance with Mage Hand. Assassin is what it sounds like. They're best at attacking, from stealth entirely, and they're at their most dangerous during the very first round of combat. The Inquisitive is kind of like an investigator. They're very, very smart and so on. I'm not as familiar with them. The Mastermind is kind of good at helping their allies. Okay, here we go. So the Inquisitive, they can tell that easier if people are lying. They can spot hidden things easier. Honestly, I don't like them very much, but they're more a investigation type. The Mastermind can help their allies out a lot easier than other ones. They don't get a lot that focuses on what they can do. The Scout, it's pretty well what it sounds like. Okay, if an enemy ends its turn next to you, you can move away as a reaction. You get nature and survival skills. You get faster movement later on. So yeah, they're a scout. And then finally the thief. Oh no, there's two more: swashbuckler and thief. Swashbuckler, I'm not very familiar with. Basically, they're very good at darting in, stabbing things, and darting back out. So if you attack something with a melee attack, you can then move away and they can't attack you for it. Alright, now the thief is the last one. They add sleight of hand and thieves' tools to their bonus action instead of action. So you can pick locks as a bonus action instead of action. You can pick someone's pocket, stuff like that. You also can climb at full speed instead of normal speed and jump farther. And then later on, you can move faster and still be sneaky. And then way later on, you're able to use magic items even if they weren't built for you. So a wand of fireball can normally only be used by a spellcaster. Yeah, a 13th level thief can use it anyway. Yeah, so the scout's the outdoorsy type. The thief is straight up the thief, the sneaky type. And then the arcane trickster gets a little bit of magic. Those are my 3 suggestions.
Decisions.
Yeah. Oh, one thing worth noting. If you go with arcane trickster, you do get spells and attack spells and stuff. However, you can't get sneak attack with them. So generally you're better off not using them for attacks. But sometimes it can be useful.
What were my 3 choices again? Or your suggestions?
Let me look at this one.
Your suggestions, I guess.
Well, okay, swashbuckler would actually be a good choice for you as well. Although that's much more geared towards using the rapier than the short bow, rather. And it definitely fits in with the whole pirate mystique. Thief gives you better ability to use thieves' tools and climb around and stuff. Scout is more for, the outdoorsy type. And then arcane trickster gives you some magic.
I think I'm going to stick with the pirate theme and go with the swashbuckler.
All right, so that gives you fancy footwork and rakish audacity, because I can totally speak. Okay, so sneak attack's now 2d6 instead of 1.
Ooh.
Fancy footwork. If you walk up to a guy and try and stab him, you can just walk away and he can't do anything about it. And then rakish audacity. You add your charisma bonus to your initiative, so you go fast. You go first more often. Okay, so this one's interesting. I actually noticed that. Okay, if you're having a duel, like if you're attacking someone and no one else is next to them, friend or foe, you get sneak attack. That's actually really good.
Nice.
So yeah, that only works again. So if you're, it has to be a duel.
Right.
You with a melee weapon, them right next to you, no one else next to you. Okay, and then you gain more hit points, don't get more spells or anything. And your total new hit points are... That's not true. It's saying 16. That's just not true. It
It
didn't
was
go
already
up.
16.
Yes. It should be 25.
Sweet.
So we're just going to change that to 25. All right, so you're done. Let me just update your token.
I could have used that earlier.
Yes. Well, normally you wouldn't hit level 3 till the end of this adventure, but you've added enough extra stuff that it's enough to put you over. So that will help in the next couple fights. All right, so that is the Bard and the Rogue. Are we ready to do the Ranger?
Sure.
Okay, now your Wolf is already ready to go for level 3 because you didn't normally get to use it until then. So we just need to level up for you. Now yours, I kind of need to do manually because you're not using the standard Ranger. But that's okay. That's not a huge issue.
That's good.
Here we go. Okay, level 3. What do you get? Okay, so Beastmaster. We already knew that's what you were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So level 3, you get one more spell, Primeval Awareness, and the Ranger Conclave. All right, so Primeval Awareness. You have an innate ability to communicate with beasts, and they recognize you as a kindred spirit. Through sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action and can read its basic mood and intent. You learn its emotional state, whether it is affected by magic of any sort, its short-term needs, like food or safety, and actions you can take, if any, to persuade it not to attack. If you've already attacked them, you can't use this ability against them.
Okay.
And you can attune your senses to determine if any of your favorite enemies lurk nearby. By spending 1 uninterrupted minute in concentration, you can sense whether any of your favorite enemies are present within 5 miles of you. This feature reveals which of your favorite enemies are present, their numbers, and the creature's general direction and distance. That, of course, will not help you in towns, because, of course, there are. Because your favorite enemy are humanoids.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you did that in town,
Yeah,
everyone.
but if you were, using it in, what's what I'm looking for? In like the shack, that would tell you if there's anyone nearby. A humanoid.
That definitely would have been helpful earlier. But
Yes. Okay, now the important one. Beastmaster. So, 8 hours of work, 50 gold worth of rare herbs, blah, blah, blah. You get a companion. You already went through that, you're getting a wolf. If the wolf is ever slain, the magical bond you share allows you to return it to life. With 8 hours of work and the expenditure of 25 gold worth of rare herbs and fine food, you call forth your companion's spirit and use your magic to give it a new body. Okay, here's the important things. Your animal companion loses multi-attack if it had it. That's not an issue here. It obeys your commands as best you can and goes on its own initiative, but you determine what it does. If you're incapacitated or absent, it'll act on its own. It'll move stealthily with you just fine. Its abilities and game stats are determined by its base animal and by you a little bit. So a lot of its stuff is better than it would normally be, like its armor, its damage, its saving throws. It gains proficiency in 2 skills, and it gains hit points as you level up as well. And it gains attributes as you do as well, like at level 4. So don't worry about that just yet.
okay.
Okay, now, as I said, I've already got level 3 wolf on its own sheet.
So when I'll have to have both sheets up, I imagine, when I...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the important things with the wolf, it's got a better armor right now than normally would. It's only got 13 hit points. Now, that'll go up as you go level up. That's where it starts at.
Okay.
It has keen hearing and smell, and it has what's called pack tactics. The wolf has advantage on an attack against a creature if at least one other ally is next to it. And its only attack is a bite. It's +5 to hit, does 2d4 +5 damage. But if it bites something, they have to roll to avoid being knocked down. Oh, it also gets the benefit of your favorite enemy. So if it bites a humanoid, it does extra damage.
Oh, cool.
And then at level 5, when you attack on your turn, it can make another attack as a reaction. At level 7, if it can see you, it has advantage on all of its saving throws. So yeah, so it gets better as you level up. All right. So yeah, maybe read up on that a little later when you get
Alright.
a chance. In fact, Okay, I'm going to put this in the Facebook chat. This is a link to your specific background.
Okay.
The Beastmaster stuff. 'Cause it's a little more complicated to level up and everything. In actual combat, the wolf just acts as its own character, and you control both.
And do I, so in combat, do I actually have to roll initiative for the wolf too?
Yeah, the wolf goes on its own initiative.
Okay.
Okay, and you're up to 30 hit points.
Yay. So we keep them next time.
Yes, that would be a good idea. Okay, that just leaves Chrissy.
Yes.
Where is your character sheet? Okay, so yours.
What?
What do clerics get level 3? You've already picked your, domain, so that's not as complicated. Oh, I missed one thing. Let's see, it might have done it already. For Leia, you should have now... Yes, 4 first level and 2 second level slots. So you have 6 spells per day total. So that's good. That did it automatically. So, 3rd level cleric.
Okay.
All you get is more spell slots, and you can have more spells prepared.
Okay.
Now, again, you can change yours every day. So you will have 6 spells prepared. Right now, you've got... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... You have 7. What do you have 7? Duh. Your
my domain or my
your domain. Yes, exactly. Okay, so you get Gust of Wind and Shatter automatically.
Okay. Do I need to type that in
No.
or not type it in? Or you're gonna do it?
I can add it in directly now, and it'll do all the stuff for me.
Okay, I'll
There's
let you
Gust
do
of
it.
Wind. There's Shatter. Okay, those are both added, and you get one more spell besides that. Okay. So 2nd level spells. Aid is a fun one. It basically, you would give everybody an extra 5 hit points for the entire day.
Okay.
It acts as normal hit points. So if they get hit, then to get healing, they can gain it again. Auguries, not that great. Calm Emotions. Continual Flame is really cool, but that's one you have prepared not in the field. Because it basically makes a torch or a lantern or whatever that always burns, but doesn't actually burn. So it's basically a permanent light source.
Okay.
But that's something you cast when you're resting. Find Traps does what it says. Gentle Repose, so if someone dies, you can cast Gentle Repose on them, and then their body doesn't decay at all. And so it kind of pauses the timer for spells to bring them back to life. It also makes it impossible for them to become undead. Hold Persons to Paralyze, Lesser Restoration, removes disease and stuff. That's another one you can probably, since you can change spells every day, it's probably better off just not having it, and if you need it, to learn it the next day. Prayer of Healing is very useful and not at the same time, because it heals 6 people 2d8 plus your wisdom, but it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Protection from Poison gives you, resistance to poison. Now, one of my favorites, Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one because it's a bonus action. So
yes, it's a bonus action attack. Okay, so we'll add that to your list.
Yeah, let's do Spiritual Weapon. I like it.
Okay. Would you roll a d8 for me?
Sure. Okay, I have to remember how to do it.
Okay. There is another way.
/R.
Yep, /R D8.
Oh, it did it. Okay.
Now, on the left-hand side, you got the select icon. There's the ruler. There's the one for the... Anyway, so on the little thing on the left...
Oh, that thing. I was
there's a D20 on it.
Oh, okay.
If you see that, it'll then let you roll different things. Like, here's 3d6.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could keep that one.
All right, so let's see. Your constitution is 18, quite high. So that means you have 33 hit points total now.
Woohoo! Oh, do I get them back after? because I was at 10 before.
Yeah, well, you were done for the day anyway.
That is true. We had to go back.
Yeah, you got that ambush basically wrecked you guys.
True enough.
Okay, so that's everyone leveled up. And you have your lovely new wolf companion.
Yay!
Is the internet still down? Or...
I don't see Holly on our the Roll20 thingy.
I still see her in Zoom though.
Yeah, she's in Zoom. Holly, you there?
She's muted.
Oh, muted. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm here.
Okay, no.
There's a complete power outage in my area. For internet.
Oh.
Oh.
I checked on Facebook, so I'm on data on my cell phone. So
Okay.
if you're going to have to, I can still kind of play, but Jared, you're going to have to roll for me.
All right, that's fine. So that was the next question. Do we want to continue on, or...
We can. I'm okay
Well.
with keeping going for a little bit, unless we want to call it a night.
The only thing is Lottie is refusing to go to Grandma. I mean, I could hold her and but yeah, she would. I have no guarantee she wouldn't cry and fuss or even giggle while I'm holding her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
well,
I forgot I was on mute.
no, you're fine.
You're good.
So,
You're good.
Well,
So
the
what's the
dice weren't being
consensus?
very favorable to us this evening.
no,
anyway.
the dice really hated you all.
Do we really want to push our luck?
Yeah.
And
I
then-
think they were thinking we had a hot session. Let's just show them how bad the dice can really be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a very long one, but it was an interesting fight, we'll say that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that was a good place to end it if you're gonna do that, because
No.
you won the fight, no one died, barely.
Yeah. No, Jared,
Close.
question.
Yes.
Can a bard later on get a crossbow?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Let me
Because
see.
I might want to invest in one if that's possible, because the rapier and dagger.
In fact,
It is good to have a
Okay.
ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, was
as
it one
a-
of the
Fallback.
one
Okay,
the
let me take a look at one thing.
I mean,
So-
did the archers leave a short bow that she could commandeer?
Yes, but bards
longbow.
actually aren't trained in. Hang on. Okay.
But
I
I've
forget.
also got smuggler.
Yes, that doesn't give you any weapons, unfortunately.
Crud.
But so you're not trained in bows,
Okay.
but you are trained in hand crossbow,
Okay.
and so we can get you a hand crossbow, or we can get you a light crossbow.
Okay.
The light crossbow has a much longer range
Okay.
and does better damage, but you can only attack once a turn, which for a bard doesn't actually matter. Because
Right.
You never attack more than once a turn.
Right.
The
so
hand
that might
crossbow
not-
is a shorter range, but it only takes up one hand.
I might want to do the longer range
Okay, so let's.
weapon.
You found enough of those. I can just add one to your sheet.
Okay, good. I'm just thinking if we run into that situation again, it might not be bad to
Yeah.
have another shooter in the mix.
Come on.
Okay, I better go get her. She sounds very upset.
There we go. Light crossbow. Okay, and it's actually already onto your attack list too, automatically.
Sweet.
So there you go.
Awesome.
And I rolled a crit failure. The dice really hate you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, what is up with tonight? Like, what
I don't know. I mean, when I'm critting 3 times in a row, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why the internet decided to take a cross.
Yeah,
Decided we're quitting in her area. Just stop the crit roll.
yeah.
Put her out of her misery.
Yeah.
Emergency, save her from the bad dice.
Yeah.
It's because I said
Okay.
something about not being able to put dice in dice jail at the beginning.
yes.
They heard that.
Get
They're like,
off.
"Oh, you want to see how bad we can be? Nana nana boo boo."
Here, hold our beer.
Yes.
Or hold our ale.
Yeah. The dice just gave us a here, hold my ale moment.
Yep.
Five-ish Fangirls podcast. You can find more episodes and information at thefivishfangirls.com. Any and all books, movies, games, and any other forms of media mentioned are owned and operated by the respective copyright holders. No copyright infringement is intended or implied. If you wish to support the show, the easiest way is to leave us a rating and review. More ratings and reviews will make it easier for others to find the show. If you wish to support us monetarily, you can do so at patreon.com/5ishfangirlspodcast. All money goes towards fees and equipment to keep the show going. For official Five-ish Fangirls merchandise, visit redbubble.com/people/5ishfangirls. We love hearing from our listeners and encourage feedback. You can email us at fiveishfangirls@gmail.com. You can also like and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/5ishfangirls. Thank you so much for listening, and may the squee be with you.